So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Breeze throwing on second down. They go screen. This is Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 62 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
On the return, it's Alex Erickson. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Throwing, Dalton, and that's incomplete. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Offense still needing 10 yards, zebra, second down.
Zebra, zebra, ace, zebra, zebra, red, blue, chase, ace. Zebra, zebra, red.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Man, a tough spot to drop that down here, 3rd and goal.
And so many times when you analyze a play like this, you talk about the people around him and maybe his focus was gone. Sometimes just simply him understanding how close he is to the end zone and a chance to score, and he tightens up and doesn't complete the play.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And this is incomplete. After that incompletion, I got to ask you, did you watch the Madden Classic this last weekend?
How could you miss it? You had to watch that one. How about Spot Me Please, a.k.a. Taylor Robertson from West Virginia over D. Jones 17-3 in the final? That was a terrific, terrific matchup. But for me, watching it, I felt the intensity. It felt like the NFL playoffs. And the finals felt like the NFL Super Bowl. The broadcast quality was tremendous.
Yeah, it was a big deal. How about Spot Me Please after sounding like a coach? Said, very thankful. There was a lot of good competition. I was fortunate to come out on top.
Yeah, when you get the big check, you have a chance to be real humble about it.
On 1st down, Breeze. It's caught left side by Cooks. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Ingram churning. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver, 53 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zebra, dagger, zebra.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Dalton. Green with a catch left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on fourth down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass.
Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Breeze now to throw. He gets it to Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 38 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Underneath here to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Zebra.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
Andy Dalton, flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Brandon LaFell, 52 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session.
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And the back goes into motion. Here's Here's Dalton to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And after the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Breeze. Brought in left side by Snead. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And they're going to speed things up here. Breeze going to try and throw on third down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Hightower. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And quickly, they get to the line.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Or I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they?
Touchdown, New Orleans. Tommy Lee Lewis, 43 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.